What's up everybody, my name is Kasper Nørgaard and today we're going to talk about the bicolored flex light from FalconEyes called RX-8TD. So the RX-8TD is a bicolored light. It's both tungsten and daylight balance from 3000 to 5600 Kelvin, which is a very nice spectrum to work in. Just a quick note, FalconEyes was so nice to send this light to me for a review. They didn't pay me to say anything special, so it will be my honest opinion about this product. In the description down below there will be purchasing links from FalconEyes website, so enjoy. Let's just talk about what's included in the kit. You will get the light, of course. It's a very small, transport-friendly light, and it comes with a ball head, which makes you able to put it up on top of your camera and do a run and gun also because it's very light. Other than that, you'll get a charger like this and a cable, of course. To buy accessories, you can buy a softbox, which is very nice that it's very collapsible. So that is a good thing. On top of that, you get a silk diffuser. So you diffuse the light. It's a lot of LED lights, so you will also reduce some of that single spotted light to a more even light. In addition to that, to light it run and gun, you can purchase a battery where the FalconEyes has printed on their logo and a charger in that kit. You'll also get able to buy the light dome. I don't have that, so I will just show you here real quickly. This is the light dome. So let's just run some specs here real quick. I have it here on my MacBook. So the LED light has 120 LED bulbs, which is 60 tungsten and 60 daylight balanced. The beam angle is 69 degrees. The CRI value is 95, which is very good. We aim at 100, which is the sun, so that's very nice. The light has the dimensions of 225 millimeters by 220 millimeters. And as you can see, it's very slim, especially at the top. But if we take the body, where all the magic is happening, you have it at 45 millimeters. So that's also very nice. The weight is 400 grams, 0.4 kilograms. So that is very light. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at the light itself. You have an on and off button, a DC input, a dimmer, and a dial for between 3000 and 6500 Kelvin. Up here you have a release button, so when you put in the battery, it will not fall off unless you push that button. So that's very nice, a very good safety feature. On each side of the light you have different mounting options. For example, here you have a cold shoe mount and a 1/4 inch thread. The same you have on the bottom. I have some Velcro here on the back, and on the front you have the logo. Back here are all the wiring, and you have the LEDs here. You can see it's a difference between tungsten and daylight of these LED lights. It's very flexible. That means that you can actually power or you can actually light your scene just around 360 degrees of the room. Let me just show you real quickly here. So if I bend it around, I will have light on each side, just not on the bottom. But that's very good. And you can also, with that flexible, you can cut off some light. So if you say, okay, I need a lot of light down here, but when I get up, I don't want the light. So you can control the spill of the light in that way. Right here, the light is at a light stand. Don't mind this piece down here because that's a quick release, which I also made a video about. I think it's a very nice system. You can find it up here in the description. But if we take a look at the softbox here, it's very easy to unfold and pack down together. It has Velcro here And on the inside it has some reflective material, so it helps you get even more light. So you just attach this to the back of the light and on the sides. The bottom is not very easy to get to with this, so don't mind doing that. In this way you can actually you can aim the light as more as a beam, not a spotlight, but beam it a little bit more with this. And also because it's a softbox, so you will also get more output. The bigger the softbox, the more output you will get. But with this one, you are now able to attach the silk in front, the diffuser silk. A little con from me is that, as you can see, if I bump it up even more, you can see where the light is hitting. So down here, because this silk has been sewed a little bit too small, the softbox in here is actually bending. I would suggest that FalconEyes made these just a little bit bigger. I know it's not supposed to fall off, but this is not very pretty. I don't think it has that much to say in the final saying, but I think it would be a bit nicer. Other than that, I think it's a very great light. So when we're talking about cons, I would also like to go through some others. The light is very light, but it's still a little bit heavy. I think it's around the same as the F7. So that is very nice to have on top of your camera, and this one is as well. I think you can get a little bit more light output with this one because you have a softbox on top and you can diffuse the light even more. And this is very easy to transport and take out on places where you probably cannot take a lot of stuff also when traveling. I think this is a good one. The light itself feels a little plastic, but the lighter the better. So I have no problems with the quality, build quality. I think the build quality is very fine, and the flexible thing works really nice. You can really bend it all the way. So a lot of things are controlled by apps and so on. So what I really miss in this one is an application for controlling the light, because this light is only manual. It means that the dial is here. It's manual. There is no LCD screen. The color is also here. There's no LCD screen. So you cannot control it with an app. But in an update, future update, it will be very nice. I think it works fine. It's a little bit hard to, it's like guessing what is the intensity. Is it 70% or 30%? You don't know. And the same with the coloring. But I also made a video about an application that shows you the Kelvin value of the light that you're pointing at, or the source that you're pointing at. So you can use that in combination with this, and then it will work perfectly. A link up here for that video as well. When I'm filming a YouTube video, both with my key light here and my light back here, I have a grid on, so I can control the light, and that could be very nice if it was included in this kit. Another thing that I could use is a bag, because when you have the light and the softbox and the battery and the charger and everything is a little bit easier and nicer with just a little fabric bag to carry everything around. Let's talk some pros, because this light is very good. It's really nice. I think it's great that it's flexible. You can really pack it up. Also, it's easy to travel with, because you can just fold it down and it takes no space at all. I think it's very light, and you have the opportunity of bicolor, which is very good. You can make it fit your scene if you're shooting with household lightings that has a little bit too much tungsten. Just switch this contact, and then now you can see it's tungsten color. You can dim the light, that's also nice. I really love this release button, because sometimes you have a product where the battery falls off, and this will never be a thing here. You have the ball head included in the kit, which means that you don't have to go out and purchase anything other. You can just put it on a tripod, on a light stand, and then you are good to go. It is nice, it's small, it's compact, it's very good, flexible, transport friendly LED light. I was actually very curious to see how this softbox would work because it's small, it's a small compact light, and this light, I have my key light right here, is much bigger. It's 70 by 60, I think, or 50. So it's a much bigger light. Let me just turn off this light. Right now I have my softbox right here. It's a big softbox with a grid on. I have the FalconEyes F7. I can really recommend this as well. It's magnetic and everything, and it's not bigger than this. Also with the grid included on, that's really good. This one is running daylight colors. This one is running 9000 Kelvin. Back here I have actually something from a kitchen. Fun little LED light, which is tungsten, giving me just a little orange right here. And another RGB light back here, blowing out the red on the wall. So as you can see, this is giving me some rim light or fill light over here. And I am very curious to see how will this softbox react compared to this softbox. So I will just switch out the big one with the smaller one. Let's see what happens. You can see my the reflection in my eye from the light. This has a very soft feeling. Also check out the gradient or the transition between the highlights on my face and the shadow side on my face. There is a much smoother transition, a gradient between the light and the shadows, which will be less or much sharper with a small softbox. So I would also like to show you how you can light this scene just with this light as a single light source. So let's get going. You can follow up here as well. And I will start by taking the FalconEyes RX-8 and removing the current softbox. I'll just change the white balance. You will get a completely different setup just using this. I will leave this light on because that doesn't matter. You'll probably have to change the settings a bit. I have a 5-in-1 reflector, if you know those. This is one that has gold on one side, silver on the other, a black one, a diffusion silk, bigger one like this. You can actually light the FalconEyes through that and get a much bigger light source. Right now I'm lighting with the FalconEyes RX-8TD only. But on the other side you have a white side. So if I take this stand, I can attach this one up here. Okay, I will keep this in the frame right now just because I have another camera up here to show the difference. So this light is lighting me. It's also lighting the other side of me. So this means that this single light will give me a key light right here. Yeah, so this means that this single light will give me a key light right here, and this bounce board, so to say, reflector, 5-in-1 reflector will give me a fill light over here. Let's just make a little test here. I have this reflector right here with the white side. Right now you can see my face is black down over here, over at the left side of my face, and the other side is lit by the FalconEyes. So if I pull up this bounce board or reflector, you can see that you're getting the light back into my face. And that is how you can light a scene with only one light. So another way to use this light is simply to use it as a fill light or rim light. Just like I had with the other FalconEyes, I had this nice rim light back here. Like this, that one that gave me this glow on my face back here. You can use it as a hair light or rim light and so on. I like to have a much harder light. So you can see it gives me a nice light back here. You can always dim the light down or change the color, the Kelvin temperature of the light, if I can find the dial. So if you change it to a more tungsten based light like this, you'll get a completely different setup, which is also very nice. You're getting that warmer color on the back of the head. You can, of course, dim it down, but you can also power it up a bit. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this review of the FalconEyes RX-8TD. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Check the description for the purchasing links. Hit that bell button, the notification button, and I will see you in the future.